I'm Kelley Smith in for Brian. This blue banner here represents water. 10th and Phillips is still closed this evening. You can even see an orange gate here is blocking people from getting any closer. People can simply walk through these doors here and come in from right off the street. What they do in Las Vegas is they have a one-stop shop. Officials with the city of Sioux Falls do have some tips so that people can have this go as smoothly as possible. Sunday services were held at the First Baptist Church in Sutherland Springs 1 week after a gunman killed 25 people and an unborn child. We are tracking the snow too, very scientific with our ruler. I cannot believe it's November. Earlier today we had hot air balloons flying in Sioux Falls. I even saw a woman running in a tank top and shorts, if you can believe it.
KSFY News reporter Kelley Smith joins us now in studio with our top story. Kelley.
Brian Courtney, the victim, was a 17-year-old boy from Sioux Falls, and because of his age, police have not released his identity. Police responded to Baker Park just after 11 p.m. and found several teens running in the area. They also found the victim laying in the park with a gunshot wound to the chest. First responders tried to save the 17-year-old, but he died around midnight. Authorities say the suspect and the victim were involved in drug-related activity that led to a fight and eventually led to the shooting.
When this all comes out in the wash, it's going to be a very small quantity of drugs we're talking about with very little financial value.
Police spent several hours combing the area for the semi-automatic handgun involved in the shooting. They have still not located it. Police say Haller left the scene after the shooting and then returned a short time later. They are asking for the public's help to find the handgun, and if anyone has more information, to call Crime Stoppers. Brian Courtney, police aren't releasing very many details at this time. I am standing outside the home where this crime occurred, and it's still surrounded in caution tape from that incident that happened nearly 2 weeks ago. Rock Valley police say after the fire, Santos Rodriguez fled the state to Utah. Iowa Division of Criminal Investigation agents followed him there and questioned him. According to a press release from the Rock Valley Police Department, it was during that process when Rodriguez admitted to stabbing his grandfather and lighting the house on fire. It's a crime neighbors say they are still trying to process. Many people in the community say they're shocked.
You know, we all know that families have troubles every once in a while, and it's just horrible that they suspect this young man. I mean, it's horrible for him and horrible for the family to have to deal with, and I think everybody's hearts are going out toward them.
Many people I talked to in the community say they didn't know Luvanos very well. They did often see him sitting outside, but he mostly kept to himself. Police are still investigating the fire, and they are asking for anyone with information to come forward. Live in Rock Valley, Iowa, Kelley Smith, KSFY News.
It seems that every person in Las Vegas has a story about that night, and that includes two former South Dakotans. KSFY News reporter Kelley Smith traveled to Las Vegas to meet them and learn how they and the city are moving forward. It's a story you'll only see on KSFY.
Flames dance in the night as the glow of candles lights up a memorial for the 58 lives lost.
The memorial that's down there by the Welcome to Las Vegas sign is a really powerful tribute.
A small memorial has also been set up outside the Mandalay Bay Hotel.
It will definitely be something that I obviously won't ever forget.
It's an area of the City of Lights that still sits in darkness. The concert venue is guarded by caution tape. Officers stand watch outside.
We all remember that moment. Where were you when JFK? Where were you in 9/11? This isn't a moment that we want to celebrate, but you will remember this because it will be with you forever.
Mitzi Durham is originally from Lake Preston, South Dakota. She teaches high school in Las Vegas.
Vegas is a city, obviously much bigger than where I grew up in Lake Preston, but it is a small town, and there are just so many connections that people had to that concert.
One of her connections, a student who was at the concert. He worked to evacuate the victims.
He did compressions on a guy, and he just kept saying, I couldn't save him, I couldn't save him. But I said, you know what, I could be happy in the fact that he didn't die alone and someone was with him.
It's a tragedy, and it's something that you're not going to forget about. Everyone remembers where they were on 9/11. If you're from Las Vegas, you live here, you work here, you're going to remember where you were then.
Carl Collison moved to Vegas from Yankton. He's a musician and was performing on the Strip during the shooting.
People were starting to filter through, and you could tell they were visibly upset. All of the first responders, they all had their lights on. I'm listening to the radio at that time, you're getting more and more information. It's pretty surreal.
He says from the fountains at the Bellagio to the lights of the Eiffel Tower, the following days, the Strip didn't have its same shine. The Strip is known to be bustling with people, but Collison says in the days after the shooting, all these people weren't here.
I did notice it was dead on the street. Like, just usually there's people all over walking around, getting across the street in certain, key intersections, and there just wasn't a whole lot of that.
I remember 9/11 and the Oklahoma bombing, but this hit us in our gut.
Assemblyman John Hambrick says, that being said, the city is moving forward.
We've started the recovery process and the mourning process, and no one really knows how long the mourning process will last.
Vegas is an entertainment capital. And Hambrick says the show must go on.
They had a meeting of the Resort Association here in town, and they are working overtime to make sure we still get the visitors. There have been no cancellations in our trade shows or our conventions. Not one has canceled.
The phrase Vegas Strong is posted along several areas of the Strip. These South Dakota natives show just how strong that spirit really is.
It has brought the community together. There's been a lot of camaraderie, I think, within Las Vegas, the city.
I just keep reminding the kids there's more good than bad, and that's the only way to get through these things.
Even though Las Vegas is known for the Strip, the community here says this iconic area is really just their backyard, and that they are coming together to get through this tragedy. In Las Vegas, Kelley Smith, KSFY News. And I'll have a full report on what he has to say about that coming up tonight at 10 o'clock. For now, live in Sioux Falls, Kelley Smith, KSFY News.
Kelley, I'd watch out for Carl. I'm just saying. Oh! We knew that was going to happen.
Live TV. Oh man.
Okay, Kelly's okay.
Woo!
Woo! Oh boy. I tell you what, Carl the camel gets you every time.
He's hungry, man.
There you go.